What is up, guys? Zam for the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the best RPO scheme that you can run after EA's most recent AP update. But before we get to the video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to take your game to the next level in Madden 21, check out my strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault update, we take a look at the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players in the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counter those metas when you face them in online gameplay. On top of that, your subscription also includes any and every offensive and defensive game plan released on the website while your subscription is active. Most recently, I just released my 2-4-5 defensive game plan, which, if you guys are looking for a new defensive scheme after the AP update, that is the perfect defense for you guys to go to. It's complete with the best pass rushing cocktail, the best coverage rules for the most popular formations like bunch and trips tight end, bunch tight end, and also gap shoots for the most popular RPO under center runs in the game. And I'm also working on my spread offensive game plan with over 2 hours of breakdowns out of the spread 2x2 formations. And I just actually today released 3 hours of content out of the ace personnel. I'm talking about the ace offset, the ace slot offset, and all the wing formations in the spread offense. We are now up to over 5 hours of breakdowns, and we are going to continue going. I'm going to be dropping my doubles formation breakdowns as well as my 3x1 and any odds and ends still to come. And that is all included for one low price on the website of $9.95 per month. So go check it out, gridirongameplans.gg. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's get into today's video. We're going to be talking about the best RPO scheme that you can run after the most recent title update. So as you guys know, EA put out a AP update that changed the ability point cost of a lot of the popular abilities that were being used out there. The most popular of which was the one step ahead. So now players are no longer able to run 3 one-step aheads on their defense and sit back in 2-man under or Mike Blitz 0 or really any of the man-based defenses every single play. Man is now a defense that, rather than a base, it's something that is more of a mix-in. And as a result, you're going to see a lot of players that are going to go into basically what is called double Mabel. Mabel coverage, for those that don't know, is referring to basically having a short flat zone, a medium zone on the sideline, and then typically you've got a deep outside zone over the top of that. It's basically a coverage that is designed to take away flooding sideline concepts. So this particular RPO is something that we're going to break down that is going to take advantage of that particular meta. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to call zone peak RPOs. These RPOs are best run with an escape artist quarterback and the running back on the handedness side of the quarterback, meaning that if you have a right-handed quarterback, then the running back needs to be on his right hip. If you guys are using a left-handed quarterback that has escape artists like Mike Vick, you're going to want the running back on the left side. Hopefully that makes plenty of sense for you guys. So let's go ahead and take the field here and explain why this defense or this RPO is going to attack this double Mabel defense so well. So as you guys know, nickel 3-3-5 is the most popular defense in the game. Whether you want to run zone or man, it is viewed as the best defense because you can shift the line to one side or the other, pinch those linebackers, and basically fly through the middle and take away so many of those inside runs from the shotgun, whether it be inside zone, base, even gap shoots for traps. Sometimes you can shoot the gaps out of this. But what a lot of players are actually going to do now is they are going to set up a double Mabel in which they're going to have basically all their zones to the sideline and a ton of responsibility over the middle of the field with their user. So what this will kind of look like is you'll see guys playing cloud flats, and then they'll take those outside linebackers and put them into those purple curl flats. And a lot of players will go even further, and what they'll do is they'll set those blue zones in their coaching adjustments to 25, and then they'll have these purple zones set at 5. And then what ends up happening is they try to fly in with their user to make this play. Now, the really awesome thing about this peak RPO, whether it be an inside zone peak or a base peak style RPO, is that you've got a slot slant. And the beautiful thing about this slot slant is that so many players right now in the 3-3-5 wide want to fly in on every single one of these inside zones, which leaves that slant wide open over the middle. So what we are trying to do here is establish this culture of kind of a triple option style peak RPO. We can either give the ball to the running back, we can throw the pop pass over the middle to that slant, or we actually have the ability to pull with the quarterback as well. So let me go ahead and show this to you again. So depending on the type of RPO, your icon might change. Right here, my slant is the right bumper, but what so many players are gonna do is they're gonna try to fly straight down. And when you see them do that, you could throw that slant right over the middle behind them. A lot of players have ignored the peak style RPOs because users typically lurk the middle of the field. Well, here's the thing. When you're facing the nickel 3-3-5, this is a defense where every single shotgun run is responsible. Basically, the user has responsibility for that. So if I don't go, I could take that handoff and continue running. Now, obviously, I'm lurking on both controllers at the same time, so I can't do that. But you obviously see that I have to go through the middle here with this particular user. Now, let's go ahead and say, for whatever reason, that we have thrown the pop pass a few times to the tight end. So now what ends up happening is your opponent is kind of savvy. They're kind of sitting back in the middle of the field with this user trying to take away this. They're not shooting that run nearly as effectively. Now, like I said, obviously, you still have the ability to hand this ball off and try to fall forward, whether it's a base or an inside zone style RPO. Or the real draw to this is going to be what I'm about to show you with the escape artist. So as you guys remember, I talked about at the start of the video how the escape artist is pretty important for this tip. And the reason that it's important is that you can actually fly in with the escape artist behind the running back with immediate control. So you're gonna see here, when this happens, I can just scramble right away. And what typically ends up happening is that slant will turn into a blocker for you. So let me go ahead and kind of show you what I mean here. Like if I were to set up this double Mabel with the purples and the blues on both sides, and then, I have this guy that's trying to shoot in this gap right here, they have to sit back on this. So what ends up happening is when the player sits back and doesn't shoot that gap right away, you can actually turn into a runner with your quarterback. And now you're gonna have the ability to use that slant as a lead blocker. And you can kind of scoot up the middle for extra yardage. Now, these peak style RPOs are not just found in the gun spread 2x2, they're found all over the game in general. Every single playbook has this style of play, but you're gonna need the escape artist to make the quarterback a better option for you. So let me go ahead into my coaching adjustments here, and I'm gonna set those 5 yards and those 25-yard settings here. And I'm gonna go right back into that Mike Blitz 3, which is what I personally think is going to be the main defensive meta this year for the rest of the way. I think that everyone's gonna rely on their basically their quarterback, their zone coverage to be all on the sidelines while their users in the middle of the field trying to, bait you as a passer into mistakes. But if you just go into your play types and go towards RPOs and look for peak style RPOs, you're gonna find a ton of them. And what you wanna look for is the ones that have slants from the slot option. So, say for instance, we've got, let's go ahead and look right here at maybe the, let's see. Another one that you could run is honestly the bubble Y pop. Kind of the same drill here, but with this one, rather than a slant, what you're going to end up with is kind of this. You're going to end up with this tight end flying down the seam. So let's say for whatever reason this guy blitzes through the middle as a user. I'm going to click off of him here, and you read that right away off the snap. It's just boom, inside pass lead to the tight end off the line. So if they want to shoot those inside zone type runs, you've got a slant, you've got, a streak, depending on what type of peak RPO you want to run. So let's go ahead and go back in and kind of shoot another example here. Again, we'll go back to the Mike Blitz 3. Go into your play type, go to the left a couple times, down to peak, and then look for one that typically has a slant. One that I really like that is in the spread offense is actually the one that is found in the gun tight slot open, this RPO zone peak. And the reason that I like this, again, this is against zone coverage, is that you're typically going to get, like I said, nickel corner on the 2 receiver side of the formation, or the side with the most receiving options. And then you're going to get some sort of setup in which your opponent is mabeling and trying to shoot through the middle. This one clears out a little bit better because you're going to be throwing the ball to the B receiver more off the line. So you run this, you see that slant coming in, you could throw this ball right over the middle to a guy that is actually, coming from the outside, even though it's kind of a compressed looking set. He's breaking from the outside. What a lot of players will do if you start to run this as a staple of your offense is they're going to stare right here at this guy in the slot. And if he's the one that runs the slant, they're going to peel back at the last second. But because he runs to the flat, and this is still kind of a compressed formation, all you have to wait for is this guy to clear the purple zone, and then it's ball over the middle. And this is really what you're going to be able to do against this cover 3 double Mabel defenses, is put them in a spot where they're always wrong. I mean, if you think about it, if they blitz the middle, you throw the slant. If they sit back over the middle, you hand the ball off. If they have an inside stuff and they're sitting back over the middle, then you just pull the ball with the quarterback. So like, let's say for whatever reason, and I know we don't have one right here, let's just say for the sake of argument that that Kinlaw, for instance, is, Kinlaw is a inside stuff. We know that he's going to blow up his block. So what we do is let that block happen, and then we scramble up behind it. While he's trying to blow up the running back, we pull the ball and take off with the quarterback. So guys, I don't want to get too crazy deep with this. This is my favorite style of RPO right now for the way the game is being played. These peak style RPOs attack the blitzing user through the middle so well. So I know that you guys are going to face a ton of 3-3-5 wide with this Mike Blitz 3 double Mabel. And again, you see how this gap opens up right here in the middle on all these shotgun runs. And this player right here, number 54, Fred Warner, is going to be the user. He's coming through that middle. And if he does, you've got this backside slant. And if they want to sit back over the middle like you see right here, this turns into one of the best broken quarterback run RPO triple option style plays in the game. So that is today's video, guys. If you guys liked it, please go check out gridirongameplans.gg. I have my entire spread 2x2, of which this formation, the gun spread 2x2 that we started the video in, are part of that. Over 2 hours of breakdowns out of those sets. And like I said, I just dropped nearly 3 hours of gun ace out of the spread offense today. You guys can check me out on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ZanMadden. I'll be running that over there for the foreseeable future as well. If you guys want to get a, kind of a hands-on look at it while I'm in stream and kind of ask a few questions, I'm down to answer questions over there. But definitely head over to gridirongameplans.gg. $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website. Please make sure that you guys subscribe here. The support lately on the channel has been insane. I'm hitting record views on all my videos back to back. It seems like every day we're getting more and more views, and that's a testament to you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, fighting through this Madden season. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab and good luck.